no potatoes. This is Abzan Tribute to the World Tree. So this particular deck list, I know, 3 colors, and we're playing a triple green card. Mana's a little sketchy, but the idea here is we are, I guess, at its core, a mid-range deck. We have Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Go for the Throat, but then we're playing a lot of cards that work well with Tribute. So you have Voice of Resurgence, which, you know, ETB gets some counters, and then if they kill the Voice, you get a big token, which you can draw cards off of Tribute. We have Adeline and Brimaz, both which generate multiple bodies to, you know, get more stuff to get counters on with Tribute. Same with Chariot. Trostani's nice because, you know, populating, you're making potentially copies of voice tokens, which draw you cards off Tribute. Regal Caracal, same thing, just like a bunch of stuff that generates multiple bodies, which pair very nicely with Tribute, and then you have Elesh Norn to kind of go super over the top of everything and just, you know, double up Chariot triggers, double up whatever, basically, double up Caracal triggers. So pretty simple concept, but I am, you know, I've always wanted to try Tribute plus Chariot. Like, that combination, this making 2 4/4s is kind of sicko, and then it just keeps making 4/4s that don't kill the Chariot. And that is what we're aiming for here. I'm not sure if the bots buy the entire set altogether. I don't remember if they do or not, but it's been a while since I've opened a whole set, so I can't remember. They might. Okay, this hand's not that awkward because I can go turn 1 Marsh, Thoughtseize, turn 2 Castle plus push. I think I'm putting back Elesh Norn with this hand. What's up, Clyde? Haven't seen you in a bit, buddy. How you doing? How you living, Clyde? Alright, Kiora or Troll with this hand? I think I'm going to take Kiora, actually. Yeah, I think you got to open the set itself. Unless you're redeeming it? Well, no, I think even if you're redeeming it, they still have you do the same thing, right? Where, like, I don't know if you want to redeem it, but you can pay, I think it's $30. If you pay a $30 fee plus shipping, they will essentially just send you a regular copy of the set. I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend that because it is a little pricey, but if you wanted to, you could do that. Yeah, I think you also have to crack it if you want to redeem it. I've never actually done that, though. I just kind of assumed it wasn't worth it because you have to spend an extra $30 or whatever. Hope they don't find a green source here. That'd be nice. I know, right? They did find a green source, but it's Beseiju. Okay. Can go for the throat. Is it better to go for the throat or play Chariot? This is tough. If I go for the throat, they put a thing here that's 1, 2, 3. They still only have 5 mana with the lance. They still wouldn't be able to storm. I don't know if this is right, but I'm going to cast Go for the Throat. Just want to get the damage in this turn. Also, like, if I Chariot... Also, I guess if I Chariot and they Karn me, it's not that bad, because then I can still just kill the Troll next turn. I am in the Northeast. You're moving to Boston? Ooh. The FNM that I go to is, I don't think, terribly far from Boston. That's a funny draw. That is a really funny draw. Is that better than playing Chariot? So, what could their other last card be? They had 5 mana. Did they not? No, they didn't play a land, right? No, they played the Nykthos. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they only had 4 mana there. We know one of them is Storm. Yeah, it is potentially likely that it could be a Cav. Yeah, they can't cast Storm as is, but if their last card is a Cav and I don't cast Thoughtseize and they don't find a land, although if they don't find a land, they're probably drawing heavy. Although I guess they could draw an Elf or a Kiora. Well, Kiora would let them storm anyways, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Yeah, they would be able to storm if they drew Kiora regardless. So if I like Thoughtseize Cav and they draw Kiora, they could still storm. Yeah, they have 6, so I guess they're gonna be able to storm anyways, right? That's a good point. I think I'm gonna play Chariot here. I think it's close, but if I thought there was a chance their last card was a land, I would have done that, but they probably would have played a land if they had one, right? Most likely. Although maybe they sandbag a land in that case to make me think they have a spell. It's close, right? It's tough. Jake with the 14 months of Prime. Thank you very, very much. Wait, they didn't storm? They could have stormed, right? Oh, they had a second Nykthos anyways. Okay. That sucks. That's bad. Accrue for 1 more damage. Oh, I did miss a point of damage. Yeah, I could have accrued the Chariot. Okay. 3, 6, 7, 8. They have exactly enough to storm again. I guess one floating. Yeah, this is bad. Instead of Bone Crusher from Adventure triggers Pia. Instead of Bone Crusher from Adventure triggers Pia and is a better creature. No, I know it's a Dono deck. What are you saying? 0 cards in hand. They technically don't have any gas left. Oh, instead of Abbott? Yeah, I know. I think we thought about that, but... I mean, I guess I just shove, right? Like, it's not going to get any better. Through here. They are forced to block the Adeline, I think. I guess they can put Karn on top this way. Yeah, they can trade for Adeline and put Karn on top. Maybe the play was to send with everything that wasn't Adeline, so they couldn't trade for the Cav. Do they have enough devotion to actually kill me, though? I don't know if they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They only have 8 devotion. Is that enough? Wait, did I miscount? Oh, because they have the Haven on the Nykthos. Does that change things? That might. Alright, I guess I just killed myself then. Yeah, I think maybe the play was to just attack with everything that wasn't... Attack with everything that's not the Chariot. Or, excuse me, not the Adeline, so they couldn't trade with the Cav. I think that was better. Pretty sure this is game. Yeah, because this gets Cauldron, they can loop Karns. Yeah, this is enough, right? Alright. I don't need to put you guys through this. Not sure if we want Kekromentia. Probably do. Like this stuff, maybe. Regal Caracal seems a card that I do not want in this matchup. A little bit too slow. And kind of the same thing with Trostani. I mean, Voice is also bad, but it's like a cheap card that maybe pressures them. Could do like 1 Voice for 1 Caracal. Might be fine. Yeah, I know. Oh, nice a buy. Don't they need 2 Cure for the combo? No, they don't, because... Wait, do they? I'm pretty sure they can Karn for something else. I don't know. Whatever. We're not beating the board. They can do like so much with Karn. Okay, keep this. Wish I had pressure, but... Cav, Kiora, Oath, Pelucranos, Storm, Haven. Alright, fuck you. I'm taking your Oath. Don't know if that's right, but... Yeah, they didn't draw land, but they drew a second Haven. I was planning on taking the Haven if they didn't draw land, but now that is potentially not really an option, although I still think I'm taking a Haven. I just, like, the issue is here, I have no pressure. I don't have any way to punish their stumble. Although in 2 turns, let me tell you, the pressure is about to be on. Yep. You would have been good last turn. Actually, no, you wouldn't have. I don't think I could have cast this last turn, right? Hope they just play Pelucranos. Alright. Land for... I was just about to say land for Elesh Norn would be awesome here, but... I think I'm going after Kiora. I was just about to say land for Elesh Norn to be great here, and then, you know. And then that happened. The nice thing is I can kill the Cav. I'm going to let the draw trigger resolve, and then I'm going to go for the Throat the Cav. So letting the draw trigger so they can't draw one of these, but then if they Cav anything, then it just gets milled away. So this basically just invalidates the Cav trigger. The Cav die trigger, I should say. 2, 3, 4, 5. We still know about Pelucranos Storm. I mean, that's not the worst. So Kiora's at 2, which means this can go at them. This goes at Kiora. This also goes at Kiora. And then none of their stuff triggers off Elesh Norn. Well, when I say none, I mean they're Cavs. Okay. They do still get a death trigger, though, which is unfortunate. Let's see what they got. 2, 4, 6. We have to take Storm. What happens if I attack with everything? They eat Adeline and take 6? It's not even that good, right? It's not going to get better next turn, though. They're just going to play 2 of these. Yeah, I guess it's 7. It's not even worth it. Yeah, it's not good. Probably dead. I think there could be a deck built around Cavalcade of Calamity and the new Obnixilis. Not the biggest fan of Cavalcade of Calamity. I like Ob, but I don't love Cavalcade. I think you have enough stuff already that works with Ob that you don't have to play a card like Cavalcade. Just Elesh and 1/1s. Yeah, because they can't eat the Elesh. So they, like, what, eat a 1/1? But then I still get in 5 damage. Maybe that's fine. Alright, well, we get our 2 life. That's why I waited on the Go for the Throat, by the way, so I could get my 2 life out of it. I was gonna say I wish we had Extinction Event in this matchup, but Extinction Event would not be particularly great. Okay, now can I attack? No, they still just eat the Adeline, right? Because I was thinking I could attack, they put Karn on top, and then I Necromentia Karn. But that doesn't work, right? Because they don't trade for the cab. They just eat the Adeline. They could also double block Elesh. I'm just gonna cast this and name Karn. Do I name Karn or Storm? I have 1 Storm in the graveyard. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I feel like it's still more important to name Karn. Alright, you can go. Wish we had, like, a companion or something. Printed out the Obnix CDH deck. Yeah, that deck looks super sweet. It's a pretty good draw step. I would say that's an above average draw step. What do you think, chat? Above average. Yeah, skill issue. What we have here is a classic skill issue. I'm actually gonna keep this. I know it's kind of mid, but oh, did they? That's kind of cool. Well, I think their prices are based off of just the rares and mythics. Like, the only time they want to buy commons and uncommons is if it's stuff like, Reckless Bushwhacker, where it's super expensive, Then they'll want to buy those cards, but do you know that Reckless Bushwhacker is, last time I looked, I think it was like 9 tickets. It was absurd. I have 1 card in hand. Surely it's not a Convoke creature, right? Surely it's not a Convoke creature. I could go for the Throat the Burning Tree, but I think it's more than 10? Really? I'll go to GoatBots right now. God damn it. Skill issue. No, it's actually not that much. It's less than I thought. They're selling at 6.11, so I just need to get better at the game, That's all. So I guess we Marsh? No, we can Indatha Triome this turn. I guess we're gonna have to shock on 5 no matter what. I guess we just Marsh here. I mean, go, I guess. Oh, you're pestering about Thrillseeker Scales is paying. I know, right? I saw Spike playing the Thrillseeker Scales deck, and it looks super sick. We were gonna play that yesterday, but, the power went out, so maybe we'll try and play it tomorrow. Okay, trade here. Go for the Throat this clown. Take 7, go to 10. Hopefully we can try to stabilize with Caracal. We need to draw, like, a creature this turn, so I can make this bigger. Okay, whatever. Creature. I mean, I guess that counts, right? Like, I did ask for a creature. I don't know if it's the one I was looking for. We're going to gain a lot of life next turn with the Caracal. But the thing is here, I have to double shock, which is the issue. Can you believe that I actually saw a list of Convoke this morning that didn't play Reckless Bushwhacker, and I was like, what? What's going on here? Okay, so this puts me to 3, then I go to 1, and I gain 5 back up to 6. Yep. I lose if they have another Epicure, because I go to 2. I could play that instead, actually. Oh, no, I gain way more life, right? Yeah. Right, because I get, they get pumped. Did I up my ad rates? Nope, it's been the same for the last 3 months, or 2 months. Whenever they changed the ad incentive program, but it's been the same for a while. Look, I know, chat, ads suck, but, like, at the end of the day, you know, it's if you want me to be able to do this as a full-time gig and do this for a living, you know, I gotta pay the bills somehow, and I apologize, but it is what it is. I wish that they would go back to their old ad incentive structure, but they don't seem... Twitch does not seem that they want to do that stuff, so... I do miss the old ads structure. Yeah, literal Hogak, by the way. I know, right? Can you open packs of Mom Aftermath to open Nissa or just Chesticles? Well, you can open packs of Mom Aftermath to get Nissa. I don't know if I'd recommend that, but maybe not the best idea. Are we even sideboarding in this matchup? You know, I think the person sent me this list like a week and a half ago, but I don't think we updated the sideboard for Kinfolk. Obviously want the settle, but it says still game 1. What do you mean? No, it's right here. Sideboarding for game 2. It might be like lagging a little bit, but 2 rounds of 3 to 4 ads happened within that one game. It should be. They should space them out like every 20 minutes because it's 1 minute of ads and it should be every 20 minutes the way that I have it scheduled. But I don't know if Twitch just does weird shit with ads sometimes. I'm gonna shave 1 tribute in this matchup. I'm pretty sure the only card I want is Settle. So you think the ad schedule is fine? Well, you're sub, so you don't even see the ads. You know what I miss? You might remember this, MTGO player. Remember when they used to have the flashback drafts? And they would just, like, each of the older sets had this one random common or uncommon that was worth, like, 10 tickets or whatever. And it was just, like, you would just join the draft and just take that over everything. Those were great. I miss those days. I doubt I can keep a hand without black mana, so I'm not going to. Acceptable, I guess. Put back the... Blooming Marsh. I can curve Voice into Brimaz. Brimaz is kind of based. Yeah, 35 ticket dazes, you get it. Fantella, thank you for the 8 months, buddy. Fantella knows how to avoid the ads. Appreciate the 8, buddy. Thank you. VMA Limited. There wasn't... See, the thing about VMA is there wasn't a ton of value in VMA, you know? It was a dope-ass format, but there wasn't a lot of money going around there. I guess if you open a Mox... Like, when VMA first came out, the Moxes were kind of expensive. Yeah. Bleachow gifting us up to Kebby. There you go, Kebby. No more ads for you, buddy. Thank you for the gift that's up, Bleachow. Yeah. Like, the first like, month or so, the Power 9 were worth infinite. Like, literal infinite. Yeah, now they're, like, barely 10 tickets. Let's not remember Tempest Remastered. I don't think I drafted a single... I don't think I did any Tempest Remastered. Defense. 1 more to 100. There you go, Bleachow. Thanks for all the gifties, buddy. It's a lot of support. Am I Dedge? I feel like I'm probably Dedge. I don't know. How much am I taking? Turn 5, gain 14. Yeah, probably not anymore, though. I'm at 2. Something tells me we're not surviving until turn 4. Alright, game 3. Game 3. Yeah, we probably need some sort of sweeper in the sideboard that's not Settle. Like a 1 mana, like the Illness in the Ranks or something. Although, I guess you can't play Illness in this deck because you have so many token generators. What could we even play as like a cheap sweeper in this deck? Because we need it to be one-sided. This hand can never beat them, it's way too slow. Yeah, Authority of the Consuls, maybe. It kept 7. I mean, this hand just never beats them, right? This hand also never beats them, but, I mean, sure. Alright. Indatha Triome, your turn. I mean, look, the deck idea is cool, it's just, it's so slow for Pioneer. Well, Path of Peril's kind of awkward. Because we have a lot of tokens ourselves, so it's kind of the same thing where we don't want to kill our own tokens with Path of Peril. I think Authority is probably the best option, given the fact that it only costs 1 mana. Run away, man-infested destiny. Alright, Blade, Tribute to the World Tree. I mean, if I draw Chariot, we're kind of chilling. I cannot afford to play Thoughtseize here, I just have to gamble. Golden Demise. What's Golden Demise? 2, 1. Meltdown. 1 BB sorcery. Ascend. All creatures get -2/-2 if you have the city's blessing instead. Only creatures your opponents control get -2/-2. Oh, I forgot about that card. Yeah. I mean, Clubber's kind of the same thing, but these... I guess Clubber is not double black, which is nice. Why do I have Scatter and not Assemble? I gotta fix that. Hold, please. Why do I have one and not the other? Run away, run away. Thought I had it, but I guess not. Alright, no blocks. What'd they hit? They got... Oh, Burning Tree Bushwhacker, huh? I mean, I guess I can Thoughtseize the Bushwhacker. And, like, pretend like I'm not dead, but... Definitely dead. I saw... No, yeah, you're thinking of Vanquish the Horde. I saw people playing that card. Yeah, I just can't win this game. I guess I could have drawn Settle. Alright, and draw Settle. Well, we took a game off of them. That's right. That seems good. That seems good. This hand does, in fact, play. Start to the league. Hey, I don't ever expect to, like, I don't go into Donation Deck Thursday with any expectations whatsoever, you know? I'm just kind of vibing today. If we kind of all understand what's supposed to happen on Thursdays, then, you know, we can kind of enjoy it more. This is just vibes. Maybe once in a while we can have a decent deck, but I'm just here for vibes. Invoke deck seems too powerful for Pioneer. Well, I mean, we're also not respecting it, you know. People love to I've seen people complaining on Twitter about it, but I also think that they're just not adjusting their sideboards, you know. Like, I'm not going to say it's a bad deck, but it's definitely beatable. People just need to respect it. So yeah. We don't have 3 cards in the graveyard for drawn 2, which is nice. I know, right? Oh no, God! I hate this mana base. I really, really cannot stand this mana base. It's really, really frustrating. If you knew... So you're telling me that mid-range decks, these like slow ETB tap land decks, have a hard time beating the the low to the ground aggro deck because they don't want to play more 3-mana sweepers? Like I've seen these Rakdos, like I've seen some people posting their Rakdos lists. It's like, you know, we're now respecting the Convoke matchup, and they just added 1 Hidetsugu Consumes All to their sideboard. You know, it's like slap the hood of the trunk, that'll fix it. Like, no, you have to actually give a shit to try and beat this deck. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I should have played this pre-combat, but Thrynax is based. Sprouting Thrynax? Why are we talking about Sprouting Thrynax? Resolving Tribute against them is nice. Spike! Hey, yo! Spike, thank you for the raid, buddy. Welcome, Raiders. I saw you playing some Pioneer today. How'd that go? I didn't get the chance to, like, see the rest of the Green-Red Scales League, but that deck seems super sick. Something good happening today? We're gonna play your deck. I have your deck last, if you're cool with that, 4 dogs. Oh, I don't have an upkeep stop. Eh, too late. Can we get a -2 Keck W in the chat? They don't have a second Shieldred, right? Surely they don't have a second Shieldred. They would never do that. Go. Don't think I do a tribute deck that's more than 2 colors. Yeah, the mana base is kind of rough. I mean, you have enough green dual lands, but the issue is we have too many, like, we have too many fast lands with our curve that has, you know, Esika's Chariot and Elesh, Norn, and Regal Caracal. So I don't think it's necessarily a product of, I don't think it's necessarily a product of, like, the mana base can't support it. I just think we have too many of these lands. Like, 6 is way too many when you're playing this many 4s and 5s. You know what I mean? Where's my name from? It is from the card Doomwake Giant. I got it. I got that nickname when we were playing. I was the Block Pro Tour, I think it was Journey into Nyx. Menguchi actually gave me that nickname. Alright, bring in her so I can hearse myself against Drown. I actually don't like Thoughtseize against them. Could see Thrun being okay. I might want Thrun. Being able to play at instant speed is kind of nice too with Wandering Emperor. And I kind of want to cut these Caracals. Because I'm bringing in Thruns for 5 drops, and I don't want to have too many 5s against the, you know, their deck full of counter spells. Let's try this. Do I have a set sideboard for Boros? No, it's still up in the air. I'll show you the list that I was going to... So the list that... I've been tweaking it a little bit. I'll show you the current list. This is where I'm at right now. Welcome to the family. Rope Burn with the 22 months. Thank you very much. This is where I'm at right now. Forge Devil is a card that I think is, like, fine in the mirror. It's much better against Mono Green because you know, played and killed their elf. But I'm not really sure if this is where I want to be in the mirror match because I think it's super low impact. The only, like, the biggest upside of Forge Devil is you can hit it off of Knight Errant. But hitting Forge Devil off of Knight Errant, that means it's like a turn 3 play. It's still not that good. The things that I'm set on are 4 Invasions, that card's cracked, 4 Volley, that card's great, and 2 Chasm. The other 5 sideboard cards I could kind of take or leave. Not sure what these 5 should be. And then I think the main deck is pretty perfect. I think these numbers are great. 2 Killer, 2 Landing, 1 Loyalist, 4 Friendship. You could maybe move the single Loyalist and the 4th Friendship if you wanted to play other stuff, but I think I like a lot of these numbers. Forge Devil is Pioneer legal. It got reprinted. You missed the Silumgar score in stream. I think I played like 4 total matches with that deck. Of course, I think I had like 0-2 drop 2 leagues, and it was awful. So you didn't miss much, Jabber. And the Festivities. Yeah, you could play it. I mean, the issue with End the Festivities is that it's not a hit off of... It's not a hit off of Knight Errant, but it's a brighter die. You could play Chain Whirler. There's no lands that don't cast Chain Whirler. That's not unreasonable. And that Chain Whirler is kind of nice because you can, like... you could go Knight Errant on 2 if you have the Knight Errant draw. You go Knight Errant on 2, and then you can just go Chain Whirler on 3. But, like, the problem with that is you kind of need the deal 1 effect as soon as possible, because if you wait a single turn of them having, like, if they go Gleeful Demolition and you give them a single turn, they can just Lux it on, and then your, 1 damage doesn't do anything, right? So, I don't know. I wish there was a red-white cheap card that dealt 2 to everything. The one card I might actually try for the mirror is Authority of the Consuls. I think that card is kind of sick in the mirror. Yep. Just play Fury, hope people don't notice. The Chad move. The ultimate Chad move. You could honestly also play Cinderclasm, but like in order to get the 2 damage, you have to kick it, so it's kind of awkward. When do I bring in 4 Invasion? I bring in Invasion against Rakdos and any control deck. I don't bring it in against Mono Green, but maybe I should. Electrickery is legal, but again, it's like you're spending 2 mana on that one, So at that point, I think Electrickery is still just worse than the other one. You know what I mean? Like, I think Electrickery is worse than End the Festivities. Canister _MTG, thank you for the raid, buddy. Appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. I'm going to play Trostani. Kind of want to hold up Emperor. All the raids today. Thanks again for the raids. Spike and Canister, big shout out. If you're new to the stream, hit that follow button. You know what to do. Soaring Thought Thief. Which card for the mirror? I'm thinking about Authority of the Consuls. I just kill their Mastermind now. I feel like they have Disdainful Stroke. I just lose the Emperor if I do that, though. Maybe that's fine. I'm just going to cast it. I think I'm going to kill the Mastermind. What should I play in Dallas? Every deck is unplayable. I'm going to be playing Boros. I think Boros is very good. I mean, people are definitely going to respect it, but even with people respecting Estig, I think it's still a very good deck. You could Deck and Stone for the mirror, but I think I'd rather have Authority. I just want the cheapest card possible. And I think Authority is both the cheapest and, well, for the amount of mana you're spending, I think it accomplishes the most, if that makes sense. Like, it basically time walks them. It makes their Bushwhacker turns quite a bit worse, and that's why I like it so much. White, green. Play this. Hold up Fatal Push. Maybe I'm supposed to Hearse first. Spirits has felt good against Convoke. I've played against Spirits a couple of times, and I feel like the matchup is... I think Convoke is ahead, but maybe it's not by a ton. Yeah, it stops them from Convoking, which is well, they have to wait a turn to Convoke, you know what I mean? So, like, essentially, the way that I look Authority is, like, you play Authority, and they go, like, you know, Creature, Gleeful, and then they just Bushwhack you next turn. But it also mitigates the Bushwhack turn because the 2 creatures that came into play on the Bushwhack turn also can't attack, and you're still gaining, like, 5 to 6 life, so I think Authority is pretty sick in the mirror. Heartless Acts. Rude. Just gonna push this thing now. What do you cut for Invasion when you board all 4 in? Really, it depends on the matchup. Like against Rakdos, you can cut some of your cheaper cards. You can shave on Ornithopters, you can shave on some of the other stuff, but it depends. When's the Modern Dono deck? It's the last one today. He said whoops. Whoops in chat. Alright, I'm gonna eat these main phase so they can't respond and like kill my stuff. White, green. Get to resolve 2 spells this turn, which is nice. Proceed. Whoops. They're tapped out. Yeah, I know, which is nice. This Hearse is huge. Alright, so for the most part, against Rakdos, I'm cutting... Like, if I'm playing this exact configuration, I'm shaving the Loyalist. Against Rakdos, I keep the Loxodons. I usually shave, like... I've been shaving Friendship against Rakdos. I think I do, like, 1 Loyalist, 1 Thopter, 2 Friendship, bring in 4 Invasions. I think that's how I've been mostly sideboarding against them. But against Blue-White, I actually trim on Loxodons because they have a lot more sweepers, and Loxodon is just generally going to be a little bit worse because it forces you to commit more to the board. At least with Knight Errant, if you're committing more to the board, you're getting 2 cards out of this, so you don't mind as much when they sweeper you because you're getting the cards back a lot of the time. So that's kind of the theory there. I know you prefer the BT builds, but do you think I'm throwing if I play the Clarion version? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say you're throwing. I really prefer the Burning Tree Emissary builds, but I know that there's a bit of debate on that. I really, really strongly believe in the Burning Tree builds. I don't like Clarion Spirit that much. I think the card is, like, kind of okay in the mirror, but Clarion Spirit is really bad against Rakdos. And the other thing is what you're giving up for Burning Tree is, or you're getting Gigantha for Burning Tree, but Gigantha just doesn't even come up that much. Because spot removal is bad against you anyways, and a lot of times they're going to have extra spot removal in their hand, which they're just going to be able to save for Gigantha. So, seems more bust versus mass removal. I mean, kind of. Maybe there's a world where you sideboard Clarion Spirit, but I don't know. I have not been a big fan of it. So I guess we do this now, because if they counter it, we get a voice token. What's up, Giggy? Is there ever a world where I start getting in with the Hearse? It is a 2-turn clock. If they push my Hearse, I get a voice token. Am I okay with that? I think so, right? We have 1 card in hand versus voice plus token. Yeah, let's do it. Because they need 8 cards in the graveyard. Even if they have... I guess they could have a second Enforcer. But if they're trading with Enforcer, I'm getting a voice token still, right? Regardless if they trade for this, I get a voice token. I think it's worth. You only have 2 cards in hand. I think this is okay. Sure. Try Chasm and Frenzy just be... Should Chasm and Frenzy just be for Authority? No. So you wouldn't want to play... I don't think you'd want to play Forge Devil and Authority. I know that Forge Devil is better against green, but I don't want to commit, you know... I don't want to play 8 cards for the mirror match. So I think if you're going to play Authority, I'd probably cut these 4 and maybe play, like, 3 Authority and maybe a second Frenzy or something like that. I do think this is the best card against Rakdos. I think Announcement sucks. I think I like this card quite a bit more against Rakdos, so I don't know. This one I'm definitely, like, if you wanted to play a dedicated card for the grindy matchups, I think this is your best option. Green, white, green, white. What's the matchup for Forge Devil? Mirror match and mono green. Because against mono green, you kill their elf. Is deification replacement effects? What's deification? Should be showdown. You like Showdown more than Frenzy? Maybe. Those are pretty close, though. I could see either one being good. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like Forge Devil is good against elves and decent in the mirror, but it's like if you were playing a card if you were using that slot specifically for the mirror match, you would not play Forge Devil. There's plenty of other better options, right? But it's like Forge Devil is also good against mono green, and it happens to be like fine in the mirror. That's why it's the slot, you know. Green, green, green. Cast Tribute. I'm gonna make a token now. Again, if they cast a spell on the elemental token, we get a voice token anyways. So, don't want you back. Talarian Raya redeemed a deck tech. What you got for me? I mean, Frenzy kind of does, but yeah, you can drop a link in chat. We populating. Don't want you back. Shadow Mental. Give me a sec here. Just put our opponent in the dirt a little bit. Shadow Mental, huh? Man, I gotta say, I have, it's been a while since I've looked at Modern deck lists. I mean, I played a little bit of Modern. We're gonna play some Modern today, but I feel like I'm very, very out of touch with Modern, so I don't know how helpful I'm gonna be able to be. Not the biggest fan of Bob, mostly because of Ren and 6. So not a huge fan of Bob. Crooks is fine. It's just like, it feels really hard to play both Scourge and Shadow, given the presence of Solitude. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. 3-2 the League Bob is okay. I don't hate the Awakener Skelemental package, but I wonder if you're supposed to play more Awakeners. You know? And like just go shove it, just like full send on this package kind of thing. Yeah, Dress Down 2 is kind of awkward. 20 land seems low. Yeah, we don't have Baubles. It's weird to see a Shadow deck without Bauble. The Phyrexian Dragon Engine is probably a little too cute. 4 push, or 3 push, 4 bolt, 4 Thoughtseize, 4 unearthed. Oh, to pair with Skelemental. Sure. Yeah, Wraith 2. Well, I want to cut 3-drops. I don't want to add more 3-drops. We already have 4 Skelemental. I don't know if this deck can get away with playing Skelemental and Fable in the 3 spot. 2 TBR. TBR is kind of cool with Skelemental. I do like that. Unearth. So the cards that I'm not a huge fan of are like the K Command, the Engine, and the 2 Bobs. I think those are like the cards that I'm a little sketchy on. 20 lands is probably okay. I feel like I'd want to go 2 more Awakeners. Maybe like 3rd Terminate, 2nd Dismember to make the shadows better, because it's really weird to like, because we're not playing Street Wraith, you know, or Spyro. Spyro's an elemental, right? Or is it not? No, I don't think it's an elemental, so you can't get it back with Awakener. I guess you can't pump it anyways. It needs to be fixed with like 1 Black Castle. Yeah, that's fair. Flame Rift is just too bad, I think. Yeah, again, the cards that I'm not a huge fan of are like the Bobs, the Engine, and the Command. I think I could see adding like 3rd Awakener. You could try a couple of like... Actually, I wouldn't hate a couple of Spyros, because you have Unearth too. Maybe you just add 3rd Awakener and 3 Spyros and just like accept the 7 3-drop thing. I think I like that, because Spyro is also super sick at like discarding Skelemental to get back Awakener, discarding Skelemental for Unearth, and then you can also Unearth the Spyro. Seasoned Pyromancer. I think I like that a lot. You like Buttshot? I like Buttshot too. Ayo! I already sideboarded. I was just waiting for game 3. Where the Furies? Yeah, no Furies. So I think that would be my recommendation on the main deck changes. Path is like whatever, but it's fine. I don't even know if you need Path for Murktide, because you already have Terminate. Unless there's like another reason you want Path. Moonlight's good, Vortex good, Turok's good. Like the sideboard seems fine. I like all these cards, just not sure about the numbers, but all these cards are good. Oh, for Sanctifier? Yeah, I could. Okay, I guess that's fine. Would you rather play Explosives at that point? Because we're also cutting the Bobs. I could see play. I guess you have Scourge. Explosives on 2 is kind of awkward. So I guess keeping Path is fine. Yeah, I don't think there's a ton else I would change though. I think I like most of the rest of the numbers. This hand is good. You could cut the White Splash in the sideboard, but what's up, Oko? Can't believe I'm registering Forge Devil for the RC. Yeah, but yeah, I think does that all make sense, Raya? Shadow Scourge. I'm still a little skeptical of Scourge just in the Solitude format in general, but I think I like those changes. Spyro is Season Pyramid just seems like a pretty good upgrade if you're already going to play like the Unearthed stuff, and it just like makes your Awakeners better. So I think I like that. Gives you a little bit of better grind against the scam deck too, which is nice. We're playing some Pioneer Cube? No, this is not a cube deck. I know it kind of looks like a cube deck, but I can confirm it is not a cube deck. I think in that deck particularly, I like Season Pyromancer more than Fable because you're playing Unearth. There are some decks in Modern where Season Pyromancer is better, and I think that is one of them. I know, it does kind of look like a cube deck. It looks like a really good cube deck, though. Imagine if you drafted all of these cards. That was an exceptional draw step. Chef Seth with the 13 months. Appreciate you, buddy. I feel like a spike stream now that I'm getting spell pierced. A baker's dozen. You'll love to see it. Thank you for the 13, buddy. So I think this is actually a fine opportunity to cast Adeline when they can't drown it. I know they can, whatever, go for the throat and yada yada, but sure. Goblin Chain Whirler and Mono Red. No, that card's good. Chain Whirler's nice right now. Same as last turn, just jamming my expensive card because they can't drown it. 1-for-1 removal, not going to cut it against Chariot. I mean, I guess I'll top that. Might not matter if they have a way to mill it, but which they don't. Can fire up the Hive if they want, but that's fine. I'm down with that. Are they actually doing that? I am A-okay with that. Yeah, sure. The classic Hive drawn in the lock combo. Combination strategy enabled. Alright, I will cast Esika's Chariot. I will pass the turn. If they fire up the Hive, I'll just double block with the 2 cats. Because that means they're also tapping out, and then I can just go Adeline Crew attack. Currently cannot drown the Chariot. There's only 2 cards in my graveyard. Actually, if they attack, I might just take it. Because they could have push. If I double block with the cats and they have push, it's kind of awkward. Yeah, I'll just take this. Because they can't push the Chariot when I attack. And I can go Adeline, hold up, push. I'll take this. I think I'd still rather play the Adeline here. Because I want to be able to double spell this turn. Is there a world where I die to Fatal Push, untap, land, animate, Hall? Yeah, I just won't attack with the cat token then, right? Genghis Alex is new to the stream. Welcome. Is the name in reference to the Nyx Doomwake by... Yeah, Doomwake Giant from the card from Journey into Nyx. I got that nickname when I went to that Pro Tour, actually. It was Pro Tour Journey into Nyx, the block Pro Tour. So now they can't push EOT, which means I can attack with both. They go to 12. We could Fatal Push the Hive. That was a really fun tournament. I miss those days. I also miss Block Constructed. I think part of the reason they don't do block anymore is because that's just not how they design sets these days. Like, they don't really design the new standard sets with block in mind. Doomwake Giant in an Incarnation list? I know, right? Did I actually play Doomwake Giant? I did. I played Doomwake Giant at that Pro Tour. It was also pretty good. They have 1 card. Alright, let's do it this way. I'm only gonna attack with the Chariot. And just hold up my mana. It was, yeah, it was. I agree. Yeah, the deck we played, our team played at that Pro Tour. Well, some of us played it. I think our team was pretty split. I think we had, like, one person who was dead set on playing Mono Red. I think, like, Siggy and 1 or 2 other people were playing Mono Black aggro, and then Andrea was kind of off doing his own thing. He was just playing the good cards deck. He was just playing Naya cards. And then the rest of us were playing this, like, black-green Constellation deck that we came up with the night before the tournament. And I really wish we had just, like, 1 more day to work on that deck, because we could have made it busted, I think. Distinction with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Distinction. We'll take a look at that in a second. Opponents taking their time over here. Yeah, definitely a cube deck. That's what I'm saying. We have Inverter at Home has been called. Inverter at Home. Constellation 3, good. I'll take a look at that in a sec, Distinction. Thank you for the 5 gifties, chat. If you got gifted a sub from Distinction, be sure to thank them in the chat. And if you did not, dodged. It is as simple as that. Thank you very much, Distinction. What's taking them so long? What's going on over there, opponent? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hello? Dink donk, hello? Alright, Fatal Push resolves. I accept. They go to 8. I have no cards in hand. Think I will just hold up my mana. Proceed. As a black-red mid-range player, should I be worried about the new Boros deck? Well, the current versions, or versions from like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, that all of the Rakdos mid-range deck that everybody was playing, which had been like the most common or what we considered stock. I do think that version is behind in the matchup. However, there are plenty of sideboard cards that you can play to make your matchup better. The one that I would recommend the most is Hidetsugu Consumes All. I would probably, if you're playing Rakdos, I would recommend playing at least 3 copies of that card in your sideboard. I think you have to go to that drastic measures to make the matchup better. Because I do think Convoke is generally pretty far ahead in that matchup. No, not really. I mean, like, it's not like people are going to play those kind of sweepers game 1 for the most part, And the matchups where they have those 3-mana sweepers against blue-white control, where they just play temporary lockdown main deck, those are bad matchups anyways, but I'm not terribly concerned with that now. It's definitely something to think about, but I don't think you should be, like, focusing on that per se. 3-mana non-vampire sweeper. I mean, that card's not bad, but it doesn't get Epicure. And it also doesn't get, like Ornithopter that has a counter on it can be kind of awkward, so I think the Convoke deck is very favored against green, at least in my experience. I've been very happy with that matchup. Should have targeted this one, but something tells me it's not going to matter. The duality of man. One chatter, definitely not favored versus green. Next chatter, green literally can't win. Well, somebody's got to be wrong. Somebody's got to be wrong. I've been pretty happy with the matchup from the Convoke side against green. Yeah, I agree. I think Boros, against the versions that people are playing, green is decent against those versions. I don't think they have any outs, right? How do you think Mono Blue Spirits would do against Boros? I think Spirits is probably pretty far behind in that matchup, but okay, we're chump blocking. I accept. I have to go to the bathroom really bad, but I was trying to finish this match first. Gonna draw a card. Alrighty, maybe I'll find a black source to hold up push and go for the throat. I mean, they have to be able to kill 2 blockers and be able to animate the hall, but even then I could still fatal push and pay, so it's like I don't really know what their out is. I've played the matchup a couple of times. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm like 10-0 against green. I think I'm like 3-2 against it. Like, you can lose. If you're on the draw and they have the green draw, it's hard to beat that sometimes, but it's also, it's just it's very draw dependent, right? Because there are draws that your deck has that they literally can't beat. There are draws that their deck has that your deck literally can't beat, and it's just classic Pioneer, back and forth kind of thing. Not back and forth, but classic Pioneer dichotomy, I guess is the word that I'm looking for. What's my current Boros list? If you want a screenshot, I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, Keck, bye. And no one is safe. 4. Token. I don't know why I did the token pre-combat, but whatever. I don't think it matters. The one was sus? Yeah, I know, right? Attack! Are you dead? Okay. You may go to blocks. I accept. Fatal push. The fight, the glory, the pain. Okay. Yep, still dead. Still dead. Yigantha. Sure, I guess. It's a lot of cards versus Greasefang. Isn't it just Lantern? What else do you want against Greasefang besides Lantern? Not bringing in Shieldred against it. Joey is so based. I'm not trolling. If you play a red-white land, I will concede. Joey is so based. Can you say that? Torn out from all the... He said thank you. Claim Devil Oven, huh? Claim Devil Oven. Claim can take Adeline. Yeah, I have to say claim, I think. I don't want to, but I think I have to, given my hand. I guess Ray too, yeah. This song is so good. Witch's Oven. Witch Oven? Oh, I guess I was supposed to play Marsh there. Yeah, I was supposed to play Marsh there. Oh, no, I can't play Marsh, right? Yeah, if I play Marsh, then I can't Adeline on 3. Never mind. Dispute Oven, huh? Alright. Okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah, isn't this mana base just perfect? You see, the issue with this mana base is it's just too good. That's the problem. The problem is I have 5 5-drops in my deck, and I cannot cast my 5-drops on curve. Well, I guess if I could play one of these and then it's a temple card, but if I draw a 4-drop, I can't cast it, and a 5-drop on curve. I think you were meant to Thicket on 2? Yeah, probably. Hey, we still know about Blood Crypt. Maybe that opens up our options the most. Well, I guess we'll start there. The Oven. Maybe they'll block the token. I can only hope. Only hope they'll block the token. Yeah, I like all this. I like all this. Proceed. Could have just sacked the token to kill, but I guess if they do that, then I could still push the devil. They drew that because we know about the Springs and the Crypt. So their hand is Springs, Crypt, Gigantha. Oh, banger. Absolute banger, chat. Look at that. Just how we drew it up. Just how we drew it up. Meow, motherfucker. That's right, cats. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Cats, baby. What do you do if someone submits a Dono deck that you think is really bad? Do you play it as is, change anything? I mean, if I legitimately think that I can't win with it, I'll, message them and be like, hey, I don't know if this is going to work. Can we do something else, But I haven't really ever found that. Oh, that was a good draw. I've never really ran into that situation. Like, for the most part, people are good at submitting deck lists, They submit decks that can actually, legitimately win a game. So I don't have that problem too much. My chat doesn't troll me that much, which is nice. We have a mutual agreement, Yeah, who's the cat deck now? What do I want against them? Enduring Ideals level? No, I'm good. I've thought about saying no to Enduring Ideal before when Torborg submitted it, but I swallowed my gut and took the 0-5 like a man. I don't know if I want any of these cards. Although my 3-drops are kind of sketchy against these claims. Juvis DJ? No, I'm going to play DJ third, if you're cool with that. Could bring in Hearse against Cat, but... Alright, I'm going to cut Brimaz for 2 Hearse, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Huh? I said I swallowed my gut. You know what I meant to say. I swallowed my tongue. Swallowed your huh? Thought this was a family stream, Doomwink. It's going to be great if I had white mana. Should I keep anyways? Sure, I guess. Back second, go for the throat. This mana base is something else, man. God, this mana base. Literal troll despair. Just impossible to cast all my spells. Alright, let's enable Hands Up. Pike wants me to enable an emote called Hands Up. I don't know if I know what it is, but I'll take a look. Or maybe I do. Oh yeah, Canister has this one. Alright, you can have Hands Up, it's fine. You can have Hands Up. It's the only gotcha emote you're getting, though. Please don't draw Mayhem Devil. We're sorely lacking in the gotcha emote department. Yeah, there's a reason for that. I'm doing that on purpose, okay? Hands Up is fine, but... A quarterly performance review? No! Stop. I guess I could try to trade voice for it. God, this mana base, chat. Chat, this mana base is, something else. Something else. Should be working. Yeah, I'm still a little sick, but not nearly as bad as the past couple of days. When you're lying through your teeth. They drew another dispute too? Oh, okay. So we're getting the voice back. Sure, I guess. I mean, that is a card that I put in my deck. That is certainly one of the cards. One of the cards of all time. Well, at least they can't claim that one. Do I play Magic off stream at all, or do you feel magicked out? I play a little bit off stream, but not a ton. Well, I was gonna play some off stream last night, but I didn't have any power, so there was some issues regarding that. But you know. You be fucked up. We got a reader, chat. We got a reader. Yeah, I know. The mana base is just... this mana base is something else. Well, if they kill one of the voices, we can start proliferating. He said, what in the heavens are you playing? He said, IDK some cards I like. They're not good. Chatting. Yeah, populating. What did I say? We have 2 Mana Confluence. I mean, honestly, we just need to play less of these and more Shocklands, you know. Oh, proliferating. Okay, I meant populate. Yeah, believe it or not, we actually don't have Siege Rhino in this deck. I think the mana is fine, with the exception of too many fast lands. Like, you can't play a deck with 6 4s and 5 5s and play this many fast lands. You know what I mean? We need there can be almost no fast lands in this deck, but the rest is not that bad. It appears that our opponent has quite the anemic draw. I think we're chilling. This is 3 to populate, right? More slow lands took off that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, more slow lands would be better. Alright, gain 4? Gain 4 pause champ? I'm just never going to attack them, right? Yeah. I could, like, suicide a voice, maybe? No, they just take 2, right? There's no point. They just take 2. Thereabouts. I mean, it's going to be really hard for us to lose this game. It might take us a while to kill them, but... Can I pick your brain on Deification, Gideon Package, and Pioneer? I think it has potential, so what do you think it lacks this time? Gideon plus Deification. I don't know. Like, I want that stuff to be good, but I'm not really sure what shell you're meant to put that in. I guess some sort of control deck, right? Like, maybe blue-white control that has Gideon Deification. The problem is there's a lot of, like... Because the Deification itself doesn't have any sort of protection, right? So you can just Besage it. I don't know. Like, it's... Yeah, just not a big fan of it. I think it's too fragile. Yeah, so you can still blow up the Deification. There's, like, a lot of random stuff that just kills enchantments. Abrupt Decay, Destroy Evil, Besage you, yada yada. So it's like, I'm just not a big fan of leading on that plan. Yeah, I guess we're just passing. Have you heard of Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes? They give, like, some of their stuff. I don't know. I don't think I've heard of them. What's that? Is it? I'm assuming it's a band. Put 9 lives in the deck. We're just playing more bad cards, though, is the issue, you know? Like, these cards are just not that good. Chew with your mouth closed. All this talk of red-black mid-range makes it seem like there would be weak removal for enchantments. Yeah, I mean, that plan might be fine against Rakdos. But even some of the Rakdos decks still, like, they have Thoughtseize to break up the combo, and some of them play Invoke Despair. So I'm still not even, you know, I wouldn't even be convinced that that plan is necessarily something that would be that great against Rakdos. It'd be good, but they have some ways to break it up, like, again, Thoughtseize and all that stuff, so. Ooh, doggy. Now we can make some big tokens. Welcome to the family. I thought that for a second that said I'm bald, but I don't. Oh no, I stacked the triggers wrong. No, disparage. Whatever, it's fine. I think we'll be okay. Badiga Boosh, thank you for the 9 months, bunny. Sub baby. Appreciate the 9 months. Voice suicide time. I mean, I could just, like, sit here and do nothing for a while. I don't think they can ever kill me. I'll wall up and just make one big attack. It might take a while, but Do you know how many Stormcrows you could buy for the cost of one dual land? You could probably buy all the Stormcrows in existence. Maybe not all of them, but you can own a good percentage of the population of Stormcrows. Alright, I'll stack my triggers right this time. I could suicide the Chariot because I have a second Chariot, which I guess is fine. Okay, I'll suicide the Voices this time too. I'll send the Voices. Well, I shouldn't have populated first, but... again, I don't really think it matters. We're kind of in garbage time, right? Oh, so I guess maybe they just have, like, double push for both voice tokens, but... It's, like, also kind of fine, right? They can kill with Devil or Thrill Seeker. I'm going to be at way too much life for that to even come close, right? I'm going to 40 life this turn. 41. Plus more. I'm going to go to 50. Can't kill me. Extinction Event? I guess they could have brought an Extinction Event, yeah. Alright, for that, I'll hold the second Chariot. I'll just play the Adeline. So if they event odd... If they event even, I should say, then I have the Adeline left over. But they could event, yeah. He said, I'm going to give this one good draw step. And then he said, never mind, I'm heated. GG's. Oh, man. Is this deck perfect? Yes or yes? Oh, we're about to get a 3-2 prediction, so... Alright, chat. Bet wisely. 3-2 prediction. Yeah, I got 2 matches with this deck, alright? Started off a little rusty, but... We're doing alright. This hand's good. This hand is just not bad. And what have we lost to? We've lost to Green and Boros, which makes sense. This matchup, probably not very good. Probably, like, unwinnable game 1. What do we have in the sideboard? We have Duress Necromentia. Might be enough, but we'll see. No Grazer, thank God. Could never beat a Grazer with this hand. Ski. Yeah, it was Siege Rhino, it was. I don't know if Tamiyo was the person who made the deck, but that's what they were mentioning earlier. Tamiyo, were you the person that posted it and the one that got top 8 at the RCQ? Oh, Sodek made it, okay. I don't know. Did Sodek make it? You're talking about a different deck. What deck are you talking about, MTGO player? I'm talking about Boros, right? I'm not going to say I own the rights to the Boros deck, but well, I will say that people weren't playing it before I started playing it. But I got the idea from Spike, so as all good things are, the Boros deck was a Spike deck. I've been dominating Pioneer with this deck. I mean, I've won a couple of matches, but... Yeah, I mean, I took the idea from Spike, because Spike was playing the Boros deck in Modern, and I was like, well, this deck looks pretty powerful. Let's see if we can port it over to Pioneer. Obviously, I have to take out the Pioneer not legal cards, but there wasn't that many. The only cards that Spike was playing that weren't legal were Kuldotha Rebirth and Memnite, which are important cards, but there are suitable replacements, and that kind of just took off from there. Yeah, I mean, this is good, but I don't think it's good enough. It's like a turn 6 kill. Can I lethal next turn? Is there any shot? Land, Adeline, go, animate, 4, 8, 12, 14. I'm 4 damage short next turn. I would believe you built if it had the 1/1 that sexted. Yeah, Bomat Courier. I have thought about playing Bomat Courier in that deck. The nice thing about Bomat Courier is if you're playing Burning Tree Emissary, Bomat actually gives you something to do with the green mana off Burning Tree, which you don't have a ton to do with. So it's kind of nice in that regard. When Spike was playing the deck in Modern, he only had 4 Bushwhackers. He didn't play the full 8. Alright, put you to 4 and then die next turn. Are they besieging Chariot? There's no way, right? Well, I guess they can copy in Beseiju, but we still have a 2-turn clock, so Beseiju doesn't matter. Go to 1. No, 4, 8, 12, 14. But yeah, the Beseiju doesn't matter. It's the same clock. Oh, right, I missed. Oh, right, I missed this. Yeah, so it would have put them to 1. I missed the token getting the counters at the tribute, so it would have put them to 1, but now we're dead. Besaju still is money, I believe. Black mana floating plus land drop, huh? Is that good enough? I think so. Yeah. Maybe they screw it up. No, he played 8 rebirth but only 4 wax, which I thought was kind of weird. I feel like if you have the redundancy in playing 8 rebirths and 8 zero drops, it might just be good to play the full 8 wax, but I can't remember his reasoning behind only playing 4. I'm sure he, explained it, but it did feel kind of weird to me that he only had he only had 4 bushwhackers. Goblin bushwhacker, which is not legal in Pioneer. Reckless bushwhacker and goblin bushwhacker. Master Marshmallow. Blue white discontinuity. All right, let me just pack this one in sideboard. Then we'll take a look at some discontinuity action. All right, Duress come in, Kekromentia come in. I guess I have 7 dead cards, but only 5 to bring in. Bring in 2 hearse. All right. Deck tech for Master Marshmallow. What do we got? Strict Proctor, 2 March, 2 Jwari, Disallow. Oh, right, I guess Disallow over Absorb because we're playing with Lotus Field. That makes sense. I like that. I wonder if we would be interested in copies of Tail's End. That could be potential. 2 Soul Partition. Let's do this real quick. It's like no sideboard cards. I don't really count this as a sideboard card. I'm just going to try to mull to, well, I was going to say try to mull to, what's it called? Necromentia. I'm going to keep this and put back Trostani. I have to keep both black sources in case I rip Necromentia. I'll send your Fable Chapter 3 trigger. Yeah, something like that. What's this? Let me get rid of this. No, they have Grazer. I can't win. They have Grazer. I can't win. Alright, so what don't we like? Like the Proctors, don't mind the Jwaris, don't mind the Disallows. Partition's like kind of whatever. Deluge is good. I might just play 4 Deluge. The 1 Settle is okay. 2 Farewell, 2 Verdict. That split seems fine. 4 Tef, 4 Continuity, 3 Emperor, 3 Shark. So I think the only cards that I'm not a big fan of are the 2 Soul Partitions. And I think I would like to see a 4th copy of Deluge and maybe 1 Tail's End? Is that reasonable? And then how many lands total? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 26, and 2 Jwaris. That's pretty good. I think that's a good number. But you're always in the Counter Legends Stifle. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah. Alright, Brimaz. It's alright, we can do the deck tech while we're getting combo killed. Yeah, Tail's End. That's the card that I was suggesting. So I'm thinking cut the 2 partitions for 4th Deluge, 1 copy of Tail's End. Maybe that means you're a little bit too light on early removal, but I think you're probably okay. Like, maybe you can cut the 2nd Farewell for, like, the 3rd March, because you would still have 4 sweepers in that case, and that's probably enough. Cycle this main phase to try and hit Thoughtseize. No Thoughtseize. So yeah, what if we go cut the partitions, cut a Farewell, add a Deluge, a March, and a Tail's End. 2 stage, 4 field. I think the mana base looks mostly fine. So you have 1 white castle, 1 blue castle, a hall, and a Ganjo as utility lands. That's fine. 4 farmlands. I think those are the only changes I'd make to the main deck. And then as far as the sideboard is concerned, I kind of like playing more Thought Distortions, actually. I might just cut the Test of Talents for the 2nd Thought Distortion. I could see that being good. Drew a good card. Question is, what do we name? I wish I knew Lotus Fields, like, their configuration a little bit more. Name Masterminds? I think so. 13. Could name Hidden Strings. Might be on Chandra Pier. Right. I guess this is a spot where I kind of wish I had played it out game one. I always forget about that. I know it sucks like making them play out the combo, but knowing what their win condition is really important with Necromentia. You can name Ultimatum. That's not that bad. Actually, kind of think I like that too, right? I think naming Ultimatum is better than naming Omniscience, though, right? I'm here with my friend. I'm gonna name Ultimatum. A petition. Okay, so let me look at their deck list. They are not on the Chandra. So if we get to a game 3, acquisition is just game over, right? I mean, they have the layer, but we can beat the layer. We can present enough blockers for that thing. So yeah, it does not appear that they're on Chandra. Are we dead is the question. No, I don't think we're dead. I mean, they have Languish, but they're 2/2 dies to Languish. It's nice. So yeah, just doing some last check to see if there's anything else I would want to do for the deck tech. No, I think that makes sense. So 2 partitions and a farewell for a Tail's End, the 4th Deluge, and the 3rd March, and then I think I would swap the Test for the 2nd Distortion, but I think I like everything else. Marshmallow. I think I like the rest of the numbers. And tap blockers with strings. Not infinitely, though, right? We can present a lot of blockers. Which enchantment? Not casting the Languish. Interesting. Put a card in the bottom. We know their hand. There's actually no reason not to attack with Voice, because if their plan is to, like, trade with Voice and then cast Languish, even if I don't attack, they can go end step, kick Terra Sunder, exile Voice, and then Languish anyway, so I might as well just attack with everything. Well, they have Terra Sunder, so even if I don't attack, they can still do that, right? Question is, do I play Chariot? They go to 7. Cannot currently activate, like, if I play Chariot into the Languish, unless I drew... I'd have to draw exactly Voice or Adeline. Yeah, we'll just hold up Castle, I guess. Getting Terra Sunder their hand was valuable? Maybe. Because they're just 100% trading for the Voice there. Maybe you're right. Yeah, that might have been better. I could see that. Okay, there's the Languish. Still know the cards in their hand. We'll make a homie. Land wouldn't be too bad, so I can double spell. Ooh, that's not the worst either. We have to take Petition, right? I'm gonna take Petition and play Chariot. I know they get the Terra Sunder the Chariot at a turn, but yeah. They're gonna Terra Sunder, their only card left is Omniscience. They go to 6, they can tear this, and then we only have 5 damage next turn, but they're not casting Tear. Okay. I don't know if it's Jover. I mean, I think we're favored, but it's definitely not Jover. So that gets Beseiju. Gets Stage. Oh, so they can hardcast Omni, I guess? Sure. They have this for the Chariot anyways. There's just no reason to crew the Chariot, right? Yeah, there's no reason to crew the Chariot. I guess the reason is they can kick Terra Sunder on one of the tokens? Alright, well now I just don't even play the Brimaz. Not the man that you say. Because they're at 1, which means this is lethal anyways. Trust in me the way I trust in... I swear to Joseph Biden. Alright, your last card is Omniscience. Surely they won't draw their one of Behold the Beyond, right? Sure, there's just no way they draw Behold the Beyond here, right? There's simply just no way. What do you want from me, chat? What am I supposed to do, man? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Oh, man. Well, very heartbreaking loss in that last game there. But, I mean, this deck was okay. At the end of the day, I think, like I said, I would definitely change some things about the mana base. Not the biggest fan of the 6 fast lands with what the curve looks like. Brimaz was okay, not great. I actually kind of like the Caracal. Unfortunately, we never really get to see Elesh shine. Potentially would play maybe some more interaction. I could see like cutting these for Abrupt Decays and maybe shaving the third Caracal for like an additional 2-mana removal spell, and then swapping all of the six fast lands for maybe more slow lands, maybe a third Mana Confluence. But yeah, I think those are the changes that I would like to make. But deck wasn't too bad. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thumbs up, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comment section down below. And yeah, keck bye, I guess. Only for the YouTube folks, though. I'm not leaving you. Don't worry, Chad.